A few weeks ago, the IRS said that religious leaders could endorse political candidates in churches and other religious institutions without losing their tax-exempt status. They were carving out an exemption from a decades-old tax code provision prohibiting nonprofits and churches from direct political engagement. The Johnson Amendment, named after Lyndon B. Johnson, was passed in 1954. It had prohibited all tax-exempt organizations, including churches, from participating in political campaigns. I am glad for the government's new position. The government has no business telling pastors or congregations what they can and cannot do. This is a proper step in the direction of greater religious freedom. The political class has been hostile to our faith. First the Obama and then the Biden administration sued the Little Sisters of the Poor, a charity that cares for the elderly needy. For goodness sake, who sues the Little Sisters of the Poor? And that's just one of many examples of the state's hostility toward Christianity. Also, I think pastors can and should speak out on moral issues. For example, opposing abortion from the pulpit. We need to be salt and light in a decaying world. However, at the end of the day, I think it is a mistake for a pastor to endorse a particular candidate from the pulpit or even to take sides on most political issues. We should never give the impression that politics can solve our deepest problems. 3,000 years ago, the psalmist said, "Put not thy trust in princes, in whom there is no salvation." No politician or political party is going to address the deepest needs of the human heart. Pastors who stridently treat political issues from the pulpit run the risk of alienating half their potential converts. It just isn't worth it. Preach the gospel to everyone and don't drive away people who might disagree with you on lesser issues. Pastors need to stay above the political fray. I try to do that in my videos. I would not want a political endorsement or even a comment to alienate a potential convert to Christ. Besides, nearly 80% of Americans oppose pastors getting involved in politics. Amazingly, 98% of evangelical pastors agree. Almost all of us oppose taking political stances in the pulpit, and I am grateful for that. For a half century, the mainline denominations have been endorsing political positions and candidates. Look where it's gotten them. Their attendance is in free fall. They have become, for all intents and purposes, irrelevant. We need to make the main thing the main thing. And politics is certainly not the main thing. It is among those earthly things destined to perish. Let's stick with the things that last for eternity.